I feel like I took a risk and it totally paid off.
Personally, it was definitely the best decision. I know if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I'm at now.
What's up, Emma?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hello.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, thanks for suggesting this place. It's nice to be back in the Rochester area.
Yeah, Crumpets is one of my favorite go-to places once you can make it.
Awesome, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Is there anything you miss about being a student?
Yeah, I definitely miss our speaking from experiences every Wednesday. That was a huge part that really got me to go to the Institute. Just being able to hear other people's perspectives about where they're at, what they have started, or take their advice or take kind of what they're doing and put my own spin onto it. So yeah, what about you? What do you miss?
Something I didn't think would happen just from being a student was just the relationships I've had with my professors, both as a student and then now as an alumni. Just being able to have those like real world friendships with people that were former professors, I think is super special.
I totally agree with you. Good to know that they're constantly there for continuous support wherever we're at.
So I know you're at United Group now.
Yes,
and I remember when Mike DiGiacomo came and spoke during Speaking from Experience when we were students, but how did you get into the position you are now?
Yeah.
Did you start from that day Mike came in and spoke, or how did that all unfold?
Yeah, so when he came in, I really just loved everything that he talked about. The approach that they use in property management, again, it was nothing that I really thought of. Right when I heard that, I was like, you know, this would be a really great spot for me to intern with. So when they were done speaking, I went right up to him and I was like, hey, I want to talk internship opportunities. And I interned with them over the summer. I had a really great mentor along the way, got a position right after we graduated as an assistant property manager to kind of just learn the ropes. Soon I'll be starting in an active adult community in Latham, New York.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, just the few months I've been there, but I've really enjoyed it.
Having an internship was definitely a huge aspect to me getting the job I have now in terms of just showcasing my level of dedication and responsibility and willingness to learn. I remember when Andrew originally came in to speak, similar to you, on a Wednesday. I really liked his own professional career story plus what GrowthX does. I would see him around when he was in town and I'd stay in touch with him and talk with him while he was there. I knew that's a place I wanted to intern for the summer with the long-term goal of eventually having a full-time job. When I was getting ready to graduate, we ended up making a full-time position and have just been sticking with them ever since.
That's great, that's great.
What's that transition been like going from living in the Rochester area to now being out in Albany?
Yeah, it's different. I'm definitely a homebody, but I'm all about growth and I think it's important to go away from home, as you kind of know. I came from Perry, about an hour south of Rochester. You came from the Chicago area. What was that transition like?
I feel like I graduated high school at a weird time, so I ended up taking a gap year. Came back home, had the entrepreneurial itch, co-founded a consumer packaged goods company while getting my associates, and just knew I had a lot more to learn. So when I was figuring out where I wanted to go for my last 2 years, Golisano Institute came onto my radar. Took some time, came out to Rochester, visited while the building was still under construction and they were getting ready to get the first cohort up and running.
When I came and visited, it's right before I was actually graduating high school, and all my friends were going to the traditional 4-year, and I was like, I could do that. I could go in undecided and kind of figure it out. But then when I stepped foot in here, I just loved it. Half of it was under plastic, and John Mordacy met me right at the door, shook my hand, and kind of showed me the vision, and from there I was hooked.
I feel like I took a risk and it just totally paid off.
Personally, it was definitely the best decision I made. I know if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I'm at now.